bench guys with THT and Caruso. It was an 8-0 run in the fourth quarter, starting against Boston. Tonight it was 11-0, 16-0 if you include the third. What's going on with that unit, and why would you guys have success?
We just play extremely hard. We cover for one another, and we run. Myself, THT, Caruso, Kuz, and Trez. We got a lot of energy, a lot of speed, and we just play a lot of unselfish basketball. That's our whole team, but that group particular.
And then, so you've got the Build by Black History shirt on, obviously Black History Month. You're there in Atlanta. I just wondered, Brian, can you summarize this whole year, going back to George Floyd, the tragedy, everything that you went through, and now this Black History Month, what it means for you and just for everybody?
To keep it all real with you, Mike, Black History Month is every month. They just happen to give us the shortest month of the year, but Black History Month is all 12 months for me. We celebrate Black excellence every single day of the year, 365 days, and go around my household and around the group of people I'm around. So, I love the fact that we get to celebrate it for a full month, and people, that may not know about it kind of come together and things. But at the end of the day, I celebrate Black excellence every single day, and Black History Month, I would say, is Black History Day. 365 days of the year, 66 on the leap year. So that's just how we rock around here, and but it's cool to get it started now, and we'll just keep it going throughout the rest of the year and January of 22.
Are you feeling any more recognition of everything you just talked about this year?
I don't live my life trying to gain recognition for anything. You do what's right, you call out what's wrong, and you go from there.
LeBron, I wanted to get your take or your comment or your perspective on the interaction that occurred with the Courtside fans who were kicked out, and do you feel like that interaction exposed any sort of loophole in the COVID protocol that if fans can take off their masks, yell at the player?
No, at the end of the day, I'm happy fans are back in the building. I miss that interaction. I need that interaction. We as players need that interaction. I don't feel like they was warranted to be kicked out. There was a back and forth between two grown men, in which we said our piece. He said his piece. I said my piece, and then someone else jumped into it and said their piece. But I didn't think they were, should have been kicked out. But they might have had a couple of drinks maybe, and they could have probably kept it going, and the game wouldn't have been about the game no more. So I think the referees did what they had to do. It's fine. I don't think, taking down the mask or whatever the case may be at that point in time, would have harmed anybody but the people that was right next to her. I wasn't close enough to her. I don't think any of my teammates was close enough to them. Maybe a couple of the refs, maybe. So I hope they're okay. But safety first. Dan, you look like you about to ask me. You look like you're ready to fire off.
Well, it strikes me. It's somebody you've said all year. Like, I want fans. I want to see fans. Does that get you more excited than when you see some people who are, like you said, a little willing to kind of toe in those waters, whether it was in Cleveland or here, just seeing those faces that close to you?
Well, my guy tonight, he I don't want to say he went overboard, but he went a little bit out of bounds, too close to comfort for me. And I said my piece, and we could have moved on. But I think it was so close to the officials. I think the official heard it as well, what he had said. And it kind of got blown out of proportion. It's just like sometimes on the floor when two guys get into a scuffle, or get into a little like jostling, the refs come and try to break it up really fast, and it looks like it's bigger than what it really is. That's what it pretty much was tonight. But the difference, we're on the court and we're not having any alcoholic beverages. So they might have had some alcoholic beverages on the side. So that it made them feel a little tougher than what they really are, I would say. Just like Draymond. Draymond said it perfect.
You were happy that this happened, right? That you enjoyed this.
Who, me?
Yes.
I love our fans. Laker Nation and everybody else that's against Laker Nation. It just feels better. Fans in the stands it's just better. It's better for everybody. Especially on the last game of a 14-day road trip.
Hey, Brian, I'm gonna have to have an alcoholic beverage after this.
Me too. Hey, you ain't the only one.
To ask a basketball question here, you guys for the last 2 games had come down pretty close. You guys made these defensive plays. How much pride do you take in sort of reinforcing the defensive identity you guys had last year in these close situations?
No, I take all the pride. Listen, man, I take just as much pride on the defensive end than I do on the offensive end. Things that you cannot control on the offensive end if you shoot the ball well. You know, sometimes the ball don't go in for you. You have your mechanics perfect. You swing ball. You know, you're being unselfish, and sometimes the ball just don't go in for you. But the one thing you can't control is how you defend. You don't have to worry about the ball going in when you're defending. You have to stop the ball from going in. So being able to get your hand on passes, deflections, things of that nature. Tonight, a big play, me just being able to get my hand on Capella on that slip to the rim and us being able to get out in transition. Dennis and AC hustling back and being able to get that steal too on Trey late in the game, and then us, sealing it with free throws. So, I take that responsibility. AD takes it, me being able to work out commands and things of that nature. When we defend, we're just that much better, and we want to be the best defensive team in the league, and we hold that with the utmost responsibility.
Time for one more, Bill.
Hey, LeBron. Before the game, Frank said it's been kind of a blend of diligence and luck that has kept you guys from having any games postponed. I mean, obviously, a lot of teams around the league have had multiple games postponed. I'm curious, is there any, in a macro sense for the season and what you guys are trying to accomplish this season, what do you see as any advantage in just getting your games played on schedule?
Well, yeah, I want to say, first of all, we've been trying to be extremely responsible. The whole Lakers organization. We haven't had anyone that had to miss days or whatever the case may be since we started. We're doing our testing. Guys are staying, for the majority, staying in their rooms and staying, social distancing and things of that nature. We're just trying to do everything that the protocol is telling us we can or cannot do, and just trying to follow that to a T. There's some things you can't control. We don't know if this virus is airborne or if it's passed through, person to person. So what we can't control is just trying to stay responsible, do the things that we can do and things of that nature. And then, and it's allowed us to be full, for our games, like I said, and go out there because of, the strict protocols and stuff. You don't really have much time to practice, especially on the road. A lot of gyms aren't open. A lot of arenas are not open unless it's a game. You can't really prepare things on the floor, so you got to do it in film sessions and things of that nature. So to have our full group, like I said before, we've used a lot of our games as extensive practices to continue to work our habits, continue to work our strategic plan on how we can get better and better as the months go on. So, through luck, yes, but also through being responsible as well has allowed us to be whole pretty much throughout the season so far.